one issue, transparency wouldn't be my one issue. And I'll tell you why, because it's everybody else's. And everything that everybody asks me, I can always find on the website if I look. I can always find out if I go to a meeting and ask. I can always find out if I take my responsibility as a citizen of the community to find out. It's not difficult. You don't have to call Christy. I called Christy 3 times today and she mailed me back what was on the website because I was too stupid to click the right button, which was right below where I should have clicked. Our website does need some work. You'll hear people, I think transparency, if we want to talk about transparency in the government, I think we need to talk about transparency across the board. My life's an open book. You can look for anything you want in my life and I'm happy with that. I think everybody else should be the same. I'm okay giving you my financial disclosure right now. I got money from 2 sisters-in-law. There you go. And I think transparency is a lot of lip service that I heard a lot last year in an Obama campaign. And it's lip service because it's a word and it doesn't mean anything unless you live it yourself. And if you live it yourself, it's okay. My number one issue would be to make sure that we continue with the infrastructure on the north side of the city. That is our number one issue in the city right now. The Mountain View corridor will come through and we need to be ready for it when it does to be able to pounce for the economic development. I talked to a gentleman earlier, Mr. Cook, works for Daybreak. Have you ever wondered why the district isn't in Daybreak? Kennecott wanted it there. Daybreak wanted it there. Kennecott Land paid for it to be there. They made an agreement with South Jordan for it to be there. But where is it? It's right exactly on the Bangor Highway. We can give all the lip service we can to, I know this guy, or I have a contact with the president of this company, or I know a guy at the legislature. It doesn't mean anything to the guys that make the decisions. I am, by trade, an engineer, and I build rockets. So for me, life is rocket science. And the devil is in the detail. And I can tell you, the bottom line is the number. And when those guys come in, they put their finger on a dot and draw a circle. If that circle is full of people, they'll build a store there. If it's half full of people, they won't build a store there. We've got to build the infrastructure to draw the companies here and be ready when the Mountain View corridor gives us that transportation connection to be able to pounce on economic development. That's where it's going to come, not because I know somebody or I helped somebody. Thank you.
I've been working on an issue to bring before the council and the mayor to encourage the city to develop and execute a far more strategic communications plan, one that would motivate citizens to be more involved. What's the objective? The objective would be more citizen involvement. That's what I would like to see. Now, how do you get there? And so I would encourage the council and the mayor to consider a new strategic communications plan that would take greater advantage of a dramatically improved website. And I'm not talking about transparency here, I'm talking about education. I think we ought to make the budget available on an annual basis, and it is. You can go click and find it. I did, and if I did, anybody can. My goodness, I'm clumsy with those things. But I'd like to stick it right out in front of everybody, so it's always there, so you could see it, and we as a council and as a city would be proud of it, whatever it is. And we would create more of an us in terms of how we approach this city. It's your city. More citizen involvement. At these meetings, people will get up and say, well, how did this happen, and how did that happen, and we didn't know about this, and we didn't know about that, and they've been working on it for 2 or 3 years. It's been brought up in every meeting. It's on the agenda. It's in the minutes. I'd like to see those agendas for city council meetings published earlier. So it's out in your hands, so you can look at it, so you can think about it, so you can see if there's anything on that agenda you're concerned about, you would like to address or bring to anybody else's attention. The budget should be out there, and it is. Again, you can find it, but I don't want you to have to find it. I want to stick it out there where it's right in your face, easy for you to see, easy for you to find. Zoning ordinances, talk about our employees, compensation, benefits plans, all those kinds of physical issues that impact the city and the services that you get. Taxes, fees. Taxes and fees are really the same thing. If you're paying $360 a year in fees and $270 a year in taxes, that's all the same thing. And we need to be, I hate that word as well, transparent about that and educate the public about where the money's coming from, where the money's going, what the services are costing, and get the feedback and get the participation from the citizens when these issues come up, so that we are a community, that we are together, we are on the same page. A dramatically improved website, we get great return on the investment there. Neither one of these, improving the website or using the newsletter for more educational information, will cost a great deal of money. We can generate incredible talent from volunteers to help us with that website. We have it right here in our community. The citizens can help us build that and take advantage of it. So more citizen involvement is what I would hope to generate. Thank you.